Yesterday, this happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the greatest capitalist in the history of the United States of America, Elon Musk! Oh! The future is gonna be amazing! Now, you guys are awesome. Honestly, this is like...
And some guy on X reposting that video wrote this: deranged, butthurt money managers who shrieked, "Elon is destroying Tesla's brand," have left the chat, and I hope they never come back. So trigger alert, but it turns out Elon Musk having and sharing his strongly held beliefs and opinions doesn't make a fucking difference to Tesla. And now, the latest. Two guys in suits talking Tesla.
On Tesla, Colin Rush, Oppenheimer senior research analyst. I thought it was somewhat disappointing, some of the stuff that we heard from Tesla. Why did the stock perform so well? I guess it's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. One, the gross margins on the auto side were better than expected. And it's pretty clear that the company is self-sustaining from a cash flow perspective. And as they continue to grow as an EV maker, and we continue to be very bullish about their EV technology, it extends the runway on their ability to deliver on the autonomy opportunity. And while we have some caution around that autonomous technology, I think folks started giving them a lot more credit for that runway and their ability to deliver on that promise.
Colin, if you were just looking at the prospects for selling cars, selling Teslas around the world for premium prices, I mean, that part of it is it, would that cause you to buy the stock here? I mean, and even...
So before Joe finishes his question, I do just want to make sure that everyone watching knows, there's probably some new folks here. From day one, Tesla's published a master plan explaining how they would start at the high end of the market in terms of price points because they had to. Drive costs down, increase volume, drive costs down, increase volume, drive costs down, increase volume, rinse, recycle, repeat. So Tesla's intent was never to be selling vehicles at a premium price point. It was just a necessary interim step to get to very affordable, low-cost, mass-market vehicles.
Even some of the profit being so profitable, but a lot of it had to do with that pure profit the company gets from selling those environmental credits to other automakers.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at it, it was about a little less than $800 million in credit revenue that they had in the quarter, and so there's a meaningful contribution to their net income from those credits, and that comes from multiple geographies. But at the end of the day, we look at least half, if not more, of the value being ascribed to their AI opportunity, and particularly autonomy as the first application within that AI bucket. And so for us, the EV opportunity is meaningful. They're executing on it well. They continue to drive costs lower and have great products. But the AI, bucket of profit pool that they're trying to dip into here is really what's driving the value in the stock. And we think they're further off from actually being able to deliver on that than what the stock is saying at this point.
And in today's episode of extremely shocking things that I totally didn't see coming, an analyst on Wall Street extremely skeptical about Tesla's own timelines, admittedly. Tesla themselves don't always nail their estimated timing, but they eventually get there. But I do, again, want to remind everybody, Tesla themselves has just told us, the company has said, they expect internally, their expectation is that they will have the first Tesla Robotaxis software updates in Model 3s and Model Ys operating in probably Texas and California and maybe some other states next year, 2025, and mass production of their dedicated Cybercab Robotaxi 2026. Not start of production, volume production.
If it does go, Colin, and I think that we were a little bit surprised maybe that 30 trillion, that someone would even mention that number for what the company could be worth. And then Andrew said, well, why stop at 30, right? I don't know. You figure that's like Austin Powers.
Like terminal value? I mean,
why talk about trillions when you can talk about billions? But how much?
I think he meant quadrillions, but anyway, I get the point. And in all seriousness, as I've said in the past, over a multi-decade, not year, multi-decade time frame, Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot, becoming increasingly capable and intelligent, has the potential to scale the global economy well into the quadrillion dollar a year GDP mark. I'm not exaggerating. It's not hyperbole. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but what I am saying is look on screen. Over the last, give or take, 2,000 years, global GDP over time. It's literally going vertical. It is a combination of population growth plus technological innovation. This is all on the back of intelligence and labour. So if a company like Tesla can massively increase the amount of labour and intelligence, the sky is not even the limit.
What would that entail? How much would be the car business to get to anywhere, let's say a multiple of what the market cap is right now? How much of that will still be electric cars, and how much of it is going to be everything else that gets under the Tesla umbrella?
We're really looking at the potential for them to grow into, $5 to $6 of earnings by 2027, 2028. And so if you put a multiple on that in the high teens, you can get yourself into the $100, maybe $120 range for the stock. We're looking at the energy storage business at worth $20 to $30. And then the balance of the stock price here is really being driven by the AI potential. And they certainly have a very capable engineering team that's working on these opportunities. But it really comes down to when and what the competitive environment looks like. And right now, from a regulatory perspective, they're certainly behind. From a cars on the road perspective, they have more vehicles on the road, but not vehicles that are actually, driving themselves. And so the testing process is going to take a fair amount of time before they can actually start monetizing that in a real way.
What about China, competition from China? How's that going to play out? Does it matter who's elected?
At this point, you look back at history and look at what happened with Japanese automakers, Korean automakers. You really end up having to make vehicles locally in domestic markets. And so the question is, what's the technology underlying that? And we're seeing the OEMs in both Europe and the U.S. make significant investments on driving cost reduction. I think limiting some of the competition. I think the European market is a real example of what may happen, where we see BYD starting to penetrate that market in a little bit bigger way, but starting to actually manufacture in Eastern Europe and Turkey. In the U.S., I think it's going to...
Just in case anyone missed it there, Colin describing the idea that some of the competition may disappear, go away, as in go bankrupt. And he's right. Oh, and speaking of Europe, I am so extremely shocked. News. Volkswagen has announced plans to shut down at least 3 factories in Germany, laying off tens of thousands of staff and shrinking its remaining plants in Europe's biggest economy. I am so incredibly shocked. I definitely did not see this coming, nor did I make literally a dozen plus videos explaining many years ago that this was inevitably around the corner. Oh wait, no, I did. And I did. By the way, again, I'm just putting this on the record. VW, fucked. Toyota, fucked. Legacy automotive companies, all fucked. The future of the legacy automotive industry is bankruptcy. The global automotive market, in terms of revenue, units sold, whatever, end of this decade, Tesla, number 1, Chinese EV manufacturers, numbers 2 through 10. I've been warning about this for 5 years. The chickens are now coming home to roost. They're not going to make it, folks.
But starting to actually manufacture in Eastern Europe and Turkey. In the U.S., I think it's going to be hard, in this political environment to really see, Chinese automakers start to penetrate this market in a timely fashion that would start to take share from some of the existing manufacturers that are already here.
Did you know?
Now, look, that is a fair point. Both the Trump and Biden-Harris administrations intend on astronomical tariffs on Chinese-made electric vehicles, and that also includes made-in-Mexico vehicles. Not great for consumers, but as a Tesla investor, I mean, it's the best possible situation. Tesla's the only company making huge numbers of highly profitable electric vehicles anywhere on Earth, making about 1 million of them in the United States. And Chinese EV manufacturers, who do have a cost advantage, they can produce relatively compelling, lower-priced electric vehicles, although most of them aren't actually making any money on them. But that's besides the point. Those vehicles would have flooded into the United States and be purchased by consumers who can't quite afford a Tesla. The US manufacturers other than Tesla producing EVs are losing many tens of thousands of dollars per vehicle sold, which is not sustainable. The only so-called competition Tesla would have had was at the arse end of the market from the flood of decently priced, decent Chinese electric vehicles. But if there's a 100, 200, 300% tariff, they're not going to get into the United States. This means Tesla has a free run at the entire market. It's absurd. But hey, as a Tesla investor, I'll take it.
He was going to say no $25,000 car. We're just going to go straight to the.
I think we already understood that at the point that they said we're going to go to the version V2.0 1.5 and kind of get halfway there on the existing platform. It just doesn't make sense for them to go to that low end vehicle, especially when you can start monetizing some of the ADAS functionality at a little bit higher rate. I don't think they really need to drop down to those price levels to continue to grow. And we actually had units growing ahead of our peers on the street here in 25 and 26. And I think they'll continue to grow into that opportunity. They do have better EVs than most of their competitors on the road at this point.
Right.
And I don't think they need to drop down to that low end to really drive volume into the 3 to 4 million vehicle a year range.
I do agree on this point. Don't get me wrong, Tesla will keep driving their costs down. But with rates coming down a little bit, and even just minimal cost reductions, e.g. the interim range of vehicles that enter production first half of next year, easily enough to get Tesla into 3-4 plus million vehicles per year range. And remember, they've recently disclosed that the Cybercab itself, so this is in addition to vehicles being sold to consumers, is likely to be 2+ million units per year over the longer term, maybe 4 million. I mean, don't forget, for every one extremely deranged, ultra butthurt, left-hearted money manager shrieking about Elon bad from his California bubble, there are now countless numbers of American citizens and residents who previously didn't know a whole lot about Elon Musk and or Tesla, who now see Musk, rightfully so, as one of the most important needle-moving troops in the fight for free speech and a safe and prosperous United States, that many of these consumers, when they purchase their next vehicle, will be thinking, hang on a minute, isn't he from Tesla? Let me check one of those things out. Holy shit, they're that what? Damn, I'll buy one. Again, just watch. This has a much bigger impact on Tesla over the next few years and throughout the decade than people realize.
And America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing! Now,
just consider for a moment, folks. Unless there is a monumental amount of fuckery, Orange Man Bad is going to absolutely sweep the 2024 US presidential election, likely winning every swing state. A dominant win. And many of Trump's supporters will credit Musk at having played a meaningful hand in this decisive victory. And most of these people own vehicles. In the next few years, most of these people will buy a new vehicle. I'm sure it's nothing. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. Plus, has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.